this thing on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. Think no one's watching?
Probably not.
Okay, let's just introduce ourselves.
Okay, sure.
My name's Davascus.
And I'm Ace.
And we tell stories. That's it. So, Ace.
Yeah?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
School stories? Shoot. So let's get into it. Okay, I'll start. So back in prep, we had this thing called religious studies. My family weren't religious, and that was the same with about 4 other kids. So when everyone else went to religious studies, we had to go to another class. And that class was having art at the time. By the way, their teacher, wasn't so good. She would yell all the time, and then all the kids in my group just ditched. I don't know why, they just did. They must have been annoyed or something. So me, with my smart prep brain, decided to go join them. So the teacher just looked over and said, "Where did they go?" And I said, "I don't know, I'm just going to follow them." So I ditched too. And we went back to, another class, and that teacher was good. So she told us a story, and that's it. Done.
Nice. Okay, my turn. So this year we had 2 new kids. So for the sake of this video, we're going to call them Kim and Bob. But we're going to be focusing on Bob today. And this all happened at the start of the year. We were making locker tags. I was working really hard on mine, but I didn't get to finish it. So the next day I finished my locker tag and put it in the locker. But the next day I come to school feeling alright, but then, oh my god, Bob put his bag in my locker and took off the tag and put it in his locker. I consider myself to be a tall person, so I was pretty angry, but I let it slide. But then, 2 days later, Bob just left, the school. We asked the teacher and she said, I don't know, so we never saw Bob again.
Nice. Good story, bro. Okay, how about 2 more stories?
Sure.
So, at school, we play this game called Gang Up. And in these types of games, there's always a really fast kid. For today, we'll call them Speeds. And today's Speeds was it. By the way, this game's kind of like tag, but before we get into it, I'm going to have to tell you guys the rules. So you need to have a group of people that want to play, and usually by means of dip, you need to find someone to be it. In this case, Speeds. And Speeds usually counts to about 40, and in that time, everyone runs away. And when he's done, he has to try and find him. When he finds someone, he tags him, and now they're on his team. And they go out and tag people together. Got it all? Good. So he was counting as usual, and everyone ran away, so the clock was ticking. And just for the record, I'm not fast, at all. So I had to think of other ways I could win. Maybe I could hide. 30, 31, I'll hide. So the time is up, and I look over at the playground, and by the way, that climbing structure right there is called the pyramid. We'll talk about that later. And at this point, I'm still looking for a place to hide. But then, in the distance, I see Speeds. He looks at me, and I look back at him, but then all of a sudden, he just starts running like no tomorrow. And so do I. I duck around a corner, and I see, the pyramid. And by the way, on the pyramid, there's a gap between the slide and the actual pyramid, so I hid there. But then Speeds comes out of nowhere. Please don't find me, please don't find me. Dude, I can see. Oh, run! I'm gonna get ya. No, you're not. But then, ding, ding, ding. Yes! The bell rang. Ahead of me, I see the door. But then, do. I look behind me and I see Speeds coming up closer. I look the other way and I see the door. So, whoop. Yeah! I won. Everyone high-fived and stuff. People were chanting, Davascus, Davascus. Just kidding. Everyone forgot the next day. So yeah, that's it.
Pretty good. Okay, my turn. So in year 2, I collected these things called AFL footy cards. And if you don't know what AFL is, then it's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. Anyways, I got a footy card packet and I opened it. I opened it. Pop. I got this bad boy. The cool super duper rare card. I loved it. I come to school all happy, but then I came face to face with the year 6. Nice card you got there. What? This? It's nothing. I was planning on throwing it out, actually. But if you give that card to me, you can have the cool, super duper, awesome rare card. Sure, here you go. Now what about my card? Oh yeah, here you go. It was just some dumb common card. The next day, I walked past the same year 6 and I saw my card. I'm gonna get my card back, I said to myself, but not too loudly. I carefully reached over, and yes, I got my card back like some flippin' Indiana Jones or something. But 2 days later, I lost the card. Good story, bro.
But hey, we finished our first video.
Yeah, I guess we did. Do you think they liked it?
Hope so.
Well, see you guys next week.